Joe Hopkins here, and I'm doing a concert review today. Why? Because I went to see a show, and I'd like to tell you about it. Just because you guys should know who's worth seeing live, right? I went to see Skillet, and I went there with zero expectations. Not in a bad way. It's just that, when you go to see one of your favorite bands, you got expectations. You're like, oh man, this is really going to kick ass. And it could either live up to your expectations or you could be disappointed. Well, I'm not a huge Skillet fan. I like them. I'm aware of them. I like some of their songs. I think they're a pretty cool band. But they just so happened to be playing the county fair 15 minutes away from my house. So I'm like, yes, I like Skillet well enough. I like them. I'd like to see them live. And they're 15 minutes away, and tickets weren't that expensive. So I bought 2 tickets, and me and my cousin went to see Skillet. My wife is not a fan of Skillet. I asked her if she wanted to go. She said that's a hard no. So I took my cousin. We went to see Skillet. And I got to tell you, man, they were very, very good. I think if you are a Skillet fan, they would live up to your expectations. Absolutely. They're quite a good band. They did an excellent job live, an excellent job. And they packed the place. Holy crap, dude. I really wasn't expecting them to, sell out the fair. I mean, it's a fairly decent-sized venue. It's outside. They set up a stage, in the middle of they have a dirt track in the middle of the racetrack, and they sell the grandstands and the seating. They got standing room, or I think they set up seats down in front, right? And it's a pretty good size joint there. And they packed it. I mean, absolutely. Probably oversold it. Every seat was sold, and there were people standing in the aisles. So I think they were selling, just stand where you can tickets the day of, which those were like $25. But I could have waited till the day of, I guess, but you never know. You never know if they're going to sell out. So, but so for $25, if you happen to be at the fair that day, you could just go in and find a spot. But anyway, yeah, they really killed it, and I got some clips, little short clips I'm gonna play for you here in a minute. If you want to see if they were any good for yourself, you can see. I thought they were quite good. I do got to say, the singer, he felt, I forget his name, Jordan something, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not good with names. I knew the guy's name yesterday, and I'm getting to that age where it flies out of your head. Anyway, it seems like he took about a song and a half to really find his groove. He came out, it wasn't bad, but he seemed a little shaky on the first song, and then by the middle of the second song, he's there. And I get that. Maybe he didn't have time to warm up beforehand, but I mean, he got right in that pocket and was solidly good. I don't think any of them in the band are great. It's not the kind of thing where wow, that one is amazing, right? No, they're not great, but all of them are solidly good, very professional. They played the songs well. They put a lot of energy into it, and it was a really fun show. I enjoyed it, and if I could tell the people who are big fans of Skillet were having a great time, right? Which I get that. When I go to see a band that I love, it really, makes it better. And even with this being a band that I like, it was still a great show. They did an excellent job. Now, when I say none of them, are great, that's not putting them down, right? That's comparing them to bands that I've seen that are absolutely their talent is way up here. But Skillet has excellent songs. They play them confidently, and they play them professionally. It was a good show. And like I said, they put a lot of energy into it. It was there. It was absolutely there. You know what I mean? And they're definitely professional level musicians. So it's not like anything was lacking. But yeah, they were. It was an excellent show. If you're planning on seeing Skillet, you're in for a pretty good show, I think. Now, I don't know what kind of tour they're on, if they're doing clubs or something bigger, pavilions. I don't know. They seem like, as well as they sold out the fair, I think maybe pavilions. Yeah, right. They seem like an act that's a bit too big for the club scene. But they didn't have an opening act at this show. I don't know if they're just doing a couple shows or if they're on tour. I didn't really look. I just saw they were playing near me. And, so yeah, if you go to see them where you are, it might be a little bit different. Maybe they'll have an opening act, that kind of thing. I do got to say the show started fairly promptly. It said the show begins at 8, and they came out like 8:07, something like that. Played a good hour and a half, hour and 40-minute set, something like that. Maybe it was hour and 45. But it wasn't a super long set, but it wasn't a really short set either. So, no opening act. They started promptly. It's close to my house. I was home in time to get a good night's sleep, right? Usually you go to a show, you get home in the middle of the night. You get home really late. It wasn't that bad. That could be a good thing, dude. That could be a good thing when you get home in time to go to bed for work the next day. That's nice, especially since the show was on a Monday night. So, but yeah, if you're planning on seeing Skillet, yeah, go. Check it out, right? Even if you're not a big Skillet fan. I'm not, but it was close to my house. I thought I'd check it out. They're good. They're worth it. Even if you're not a big fan, they're worth going to see. They were excellent. Excellent. And I do appreciate the fact that it wasn't super, super loud. I even bought these fancy little earplugs. I think I reviewed them on my channel here. These little things that reduce the volume without muffling the sound, right? And I'm like, well, I'm going to try them out. I'm going to see how they work. I didn't really need them. I tried them just to see, and yeah, they worked good. The bass gets a bit thumpier with them in, but mostly you can still hear everything. They're really good earplugs, but I didn't really need them. I just tried them just to see, because that's the first show I've taken them to. Yeah, I didn't need them. It wasn't super, super loud, which I appreciate. I really do. I find a lot of bands these days, they're loud enough without being like that blisteringly damage your hearing loud. I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that a lot of bands have decided we don't need to be so loud that we hurt people, because I got to protect what I got left, and I do appreciate that. I like that. You have to be loud, but you don't have to be that loud. That's just a little unnecessary. And I thought it was cool when I was a kid, but yeah, go to a lot of concerts when you're a kid. Now I'm middle-aged and my hearing ain't so hot. So yeah, you go to see them, their show wasn't super, super loud. So that's a nice thing. If, like me, you don't want something that's going to blow your eardrums out. Now, granted, I was way back. I was up in the bleachers. Not all the way at the back, but back some. So I wasn't like right up front, which I almost bought tickets up front, and I'm glad I didn't, because it rained. It rained a lot. So yeah, it was raining when we got there. It stopped enough for the show. And then I think it drizzled a bit during the show. So yeah, what can you do? It's outdoors, so if it's rainy, you get wet. Usually you go to a pavilion, the seats up front are under a roof, and the ones in the back are in the field. No, this is a racetrack, so the ones in the back have the roof. So I got the roof. Yeah, cheap seats are good sometimes, like that, And here, I'll play some clips for you, and then you guys can decide if you think they're worth going to see.
Let's have some fun up in here. You guys ready to rock and roll with Skillet? Oh, it's gonna be a fun one. I want to see you jump up and down on this one. Come on. Show 'em what you made. Victory's for the brave. I will not give.
Well, there you go, man. That was a little taste of what you get if you go to see them. Definitely worth going to see, in my personal opinion. I noticed the singer, he's also the bass player, doesn't really pick up the bass on like half the songs, and you don't really notice. Like half of the songs he's just singing. Nobody's really playing bass, and I didn't notice it first. You know what I mean? I'm looking around like, which one's the bass player again? And I'm like, oh yeah, he put the bass down. I didn't notice, which, you know, some bands you don't really notice that the bass player, or that they don't have a bass player. I've seen bands that don't even have a bass player and it works all right. So yeah, definitely a decent band worth going to see. I don't know if I'd drive real far to go see them, but if they're close by again, I might go again. So yeah, anyway, hope this was helpful in some respect or something. And if you're still watching, God bless you. And check out my album. At the end here, there's a playlist. It says Talking Dogs. And that's my new album. And you guys should check it out. It's links to streaming down below to my music. And I'll see y'all in the next video. I love y'all. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.